Hi everyone, and welcome to Creative Chelsea. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up or commenting below. If you want to see more of my videos, press the subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications. If you need any Stampin' Up! Products to make this card, you can visit my online store and the link is in the description box below. So today I'd like to share with you my October Customer Appreciation Program products. And so every month I come up with 3 new products that I like to give to my customers when they purchase Stampin' Up! Products through me. And so I came up with this card to show you the products. So there are 3 different levels that you can qualify for. And at each level you get an additional product. So the first level is a $50 order, and this is a product total. So it does not include your sales tax or your shipping. And at $50, you're going to receive the Real Red Braided Linen Trim. And this is just a really fun trim. It's got a little bit of a rough texture because it's got that linen thread material, but it's been dyed real red, and so it's perfect for your holiday projects. You can see how I've used it here. So then at a $100 minimum order, you're going to receive the Real Red Braided Trim, as well as the Festive Felt Sheet Combo Pack. So this combo pack, you get 4 sheets, and they're pretty large sheets. So the size is about 6 inches by 12 inches, and you can see that I've been playing around and using mine. And they're just a nice thick felt material, and they come in 4 different Stampin' Up! Colors. So we have Just Jade, Real Red, Early Espresso, and then of course Whisper White. And so that's a really fun product, and you can see how I've used it here just really simply as a border element to my card. And then with a $150 order, you're going to receive the Real Red Braided Linen Trim, the Festive Felt Sheet Combo Pack, and the Peace and Joy stamp set. So this is the stamp set I've used to create this card. And I just wanted to keep my card really simple. It has some really great greetings. You can see how it has the big ones, and then it kind of finishes off those sentiments with some little ones. I really love the different images. This little star image is really fun. So I've made this card using all 3 of these products. So if you're interested in learning more about my Customer Appreciation Program, you can visit my blog, and the link is in the description box below. So just as a side note, the stamp set does have a coordinating die set, and they're called Joy dies. Now the dies are not part of my Customer Appreciation Program, so if you're interested in earning the stamp set for free, you may want to add these Joy dies to your order so that you can maximize the use of this stamp set. So this die set comes with 9 dies, and they all cut out and work with the bright, peace, and joy wording from the stamp set. So I've just got a piece of black cardstock so that I can show you what those dies look like. So we have bright, peace, and joy. And you can see how beautiful and delicate those words are. And then you get another set of same words. Now this particular one can be used to cut out the text from the stamp set. So you would stamp this and then put this over it, or vice versa, and you could get that part cut out. As well as it can go behind this delicate little die cut. So you can see how layering that would be so pretty. And you're going to get 1 for each word. So we have bright, we have joy, and then there's peace. Okay, so all those work. So that level works with the stamps as well as with the dies. And then the last one is just another bubble cut, and it's to go underneath one last time. So you're going to get another fun bubble cut for these words. I'm not sure I picked the best colors here to show you. I just had some of these pieces of cardstock left over, but you can kind of get an idea of how those dies all work together. So there's 9 in total, and there's 3 for each word. So if you're interested in those, they are the joy dies. All right, so let's go ahead and make this pretty card. It's a pretty simple card. So what we have is a card base of thick Whisper White cardstock. I have scored it at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a nice crease there. This piece is actually Shimmery White cardstock. And what I like about it is it just has a little bit of a shine. And so it kind of helps step up the card just a little bit because it's such a simple design. So we're going to be stamping on this piece, and it's 3 inches by 5 inches. So I've gone ahead and put my stamps on clear blocks already, and I'm just going to start by stamping these corner images. Now I'm using some different colors of green together. I'm starting with the shaded spruce, and that green is going to be these smaller leaves. And the reason I'm starting with those is because it kind of solidifies where my other images will be, because I want the other images to come from in between these 2 leaves. And so we're just going to stamp those in opposite corners. Next, we're going to use the other color of green, which is just jade, and that coordinates with the Festive felt sheet. And I wanted to use that with more of the pine bough look, or the pine branch. Just going to ink that up, and it's just going to come down a little bit and on the right side of that opening. And then flip it and repeat, same placement. What I like about this card is just really simple, but it has a fun impact with those nice solid images. The next color I'm using is Balmy Blue, and I'm going to use kind of this softer leaf look, and that's going to come to the left. All right, so I'm just going to kind of give you a little close-up of those 3 images as they're put together, and they're exactly the same on the other side. So next we'll use the Real Red, and we will do the 3 little berry stamp image, and you can stamp these really wherever you'd like. So I'm going to place 3 there, maybe another 3 there, and then down here at the bottom. And then before we stamp our greeting, we're going to do one last image, and we're going to do Bumblebee. I like this color. It gives more of a gold feeling to the yellow, and we're going to use the small little starburst. And we'll just kind of place it, 1 up here at the top, and then we'll do 2 down at the bottom, 1 kind of coming off just a little bit. All right, so let me give you a close-up of those. This is the top. We have 2 berries and 1 starburst. And then this is the bottom, where we have 1 berry and 2 starbursts. Just to kind of give it a little bit of a different feeling between the top and bottom. So next we're going to stamp our greeting, and I decided to try Bright for this one. And I'm going to do, so in the stamp set, there's lots of these little sayings. So it says like merry and bright, peace on earth. You could do joy to the world. So there's lots of choices. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. So I'm going to do merry and bright for this one. And I kind of wanted my bright to be at a little bit of an angle. And we're going to do that in real red, just like we did with Peace. So this is a little bigger of an image. I'm just going to hold down my ink pad while I stamp it back and forth. I'm just pressing kind of lightly, and I'm also going to keep my fingers off my cardstock. And like I said, I want it to be just at a little bit of an angle here. Nice, good pressure. When you have large images like this, you want to make sure you're getting good pressure all the way across. You can tell it wasn't a perfect inked image. So I could try to line that back up, but I think I'm just going to leave it. The chances of me getting that back on perfectly aren't probably great. If I was using a Stamparatus, then I would have no problem just restamping that. So then let's go ahead and get the Merry and Bright. Let's see, oh, they're both on here. So I'm going to start with and we're going to do that in blue, just because we have a lot of green and red right now. I'm going to start with the and that's going to come down close to the H. And then I'll do Merry, and that's just going to sit right above the and a little bit to the left. So we've got Merry and Bright. Okay, so the next step is to cut our felt sheet to a 1/2 inch width. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. So I've noticed as I've been playing with this that it's kind of like paper, but it's not going to, it doesn't cut super well when there's a delicate image. I tried doing some dies that were pretty delicate and it didn't cut all the way through. And whenever I cut with my paper trimmer, I do go back and forth a couple times because you do have some fibers that are going to kind of hold on there. And so that's just part of the material, is you're going to have a little bit of that fuzz. But you could probably get away with large dies as well. You cannot do punches. I tried some punches, and punches are the material is just a little too thick for that. Oh, we need to cut it down to size. So this piece of paper was 3 inches by 5 inches, and so I'm going to cut this down to 4 3/4 inches. So that it's just a little bit smaller. So we're going to add some liquid glue. I've found that holds onto the felt pretty well. I'm just going to place it on the right side. And then line up my images so that there's about 1/4 inch showing on the left side. So I cut a 1/2 inch of the felt strip. So it's a 1/2 inch by 4 3/4 inches. That's the size of that felt piece right there. So to apply this piece to the card, I'm going to use dimensionals, and I just am finishing off this one sheet. So I'm just going to cut up the edge here. I'm going to place them only on the cardstock. The dimensionals are to help lift up the cardstock so that there's enough room for the felt sheet. So then just remove the paper backing. And add a little bit more glue on the back of this felt piece. And then you're going to place this on the left side of your card. So you're going to place probably about 1/4 inch or so on the top, right, and bottom of your card. So you can see that there's a little bit of a border around it. And we've got our felt strip right here. If you need to, you can kind of pull it out a little bit if it's gotten a little too tucked in there. Make sure everything's adhered nicely. And then the very last thing we're going to do is add that real red ribbon. I'm going to cut a piece that's about 10 inches. I've found that that is a good size for me to do a ribbon with something that's a little thicker than just twine. And I want to give myself a little bit of room to make sure that I'm not too close to those tails. So I'm just fussing with it till I get the shape that I like. And then make sure it's nice and tight. And then you can trim the ends. I always have a good pair of fabric scissors around for my ribbon, and it's good to use with that felt as well. And then you're just going to place that at the bottom of your greeting. And I am using these strong glue dots, and they just come on a roll. And I place that on the back, and then just place that ribbon right on the right side, but under the greeting like that. Okay, so that card is all done. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this card today. For more information on how I made this card and to see a list of supplies, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.